Was Paley right to hold the baby on the bus to Miami? Was she standing up for her principles, or was she endangering the child? And we believe that Grace Paley wasn't endangering the child and had the right to help the woman. Paley was helping the woman because she was tired, so she was standing up for her principles.
Alright, so we're on the con side. This is Eric, Vincent, and you of course know me already.
Do we have to?
I'm Eric, okay. So today's debate is going to address the actions of Grace Paley as she voluntarily carried a despicable African-American baby on the bus ride to Miami. Hey, what a con, Miss Vasey, what a con. Miss Vasey, what a con. Do you not want us to act the part, or?
It doesn't matter.
Can you just,
Do you want us to act the part
I just
or not?
want to see, just to see, every racist thing they say, like, really racist, can you like tally mark it?
Yeah.
I just want to see it. I just want to see it.
So Vasey, do you want us to act the role or not? Or,
Yeah.
okay, my group members and I firmly believe that Grace Paley's pitiful act endangered herself, the child, the mother, and all the people upon that bus.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear, Fred.
Okay, Carlos, did you want to make a point?
So I want to say that the baby's mom was tired and Grace Paley wanted to help her, so she was basically setting up for her.
That's wrong. You know why?
Tell me why.
Eric, start. No, I need you to do this.
No, I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
Because in society during that time, there was a great segregation between blacks and whites. As a result, it is only fitting that she continues this tradition to preserve racial integrity. Hold on. I'll show you something that take off exactly.
Whoa.
This shows the social structure back then, okay? Whites on top, blacks on bottom.
Hey, you guys, chill out. It's just a fact. Annie, did you get that? Alright, so in paragraph 1, right? So in paragraph 1, here the darker people who had gotten in Philadelphia or New York rose from their seats, put their bags and boxes together, and moved to the back of the bus. People who boarded in Washington knew where to seat themselves. Here the white people were in the front, right? So the black people were in the back. Haley, being white, should have just let the people carry on with their day as they were used to and not try to create some sort of new tradition or to new ruling to help the African Americans.
I like how we're calling racism a tradition. like at Christmas we have cookies.
And we have black people.
Cooking the food in the house, yeah.
Okay, go on.
Racism was, that's a new word. I'm inventing new words. If you want tally marks for new words, you know.
Just like she tried to invent new traditions.
She did though. She did. Because now we're equal.
Sure about that?
Yes. Are blacks still in the back of the bus? Are whites still at the front of the bus?
Whites don't even take buses.
Yes, they do. Yes.
Go back now. To the point.
Okay. Let's go back to the point, which was Paley right to hold her baby on the bus to Miami? Yes, she was right to hold the baby. Because when a mother is tired, when a mother is tired, you don't know what can happen to the baby. If she's standing in the back of the bus, what if the bus automatically, it breaks? It's going in like, all of a sudden it breaks, There's a little jolt for that. And if there's a baby in her arms, that little jolt could, drop the baby. So, what Haley was doing was holding the baby in the back of the bus. Yeah, it might be immoral to the people back then, but to her, it was right. It was protecting the baby.
Alright, first off, she wasn't sitting in the back of the bus. She was sitting in the white row, okay? She carried the baby in the white row. That's against the rules.
It's against the law for a black person to, be in that area unless they're like coming off or getting in. Coming off the bus, okay?
Vincent has something to say.
In addition, some people would hurt blacks since they wouldn't trust them and because, they were lower than the whites. Right, if you remember.
That's right, Vincent!
And remember in Of Mice and Men, how for some reason the white people always kind of win and the blacks kind of lose? It's kind of like, how is it not fair? The stories aren't treated the same way. What?
Exactly, so that proves our point. Vincent, do you want to come to our side?
No.
It makes it a lot more fun for me because I
Hey,
did these
Vincent
two.
is saying something!
No. It wasn't right for Paley to hold the baby because it was against the law to put African Americans in the white row, whether it was a baby, a child, or an adult.
Earlier, you just said that it was unfair. That was earlier. You legit 5 seconds ago. You said it was unfair. So now,
Do you
is
know
it
what he
unfair
said
that
that
she's
was
protecting
unfair?
the baby?
What did he say that's unfair?
What do you say that was unfair?
He said that it was unfair that whites are above the blacks and that we were segregated in the buses.
No, he said it was unfair that the people, they'd be treated equal.
What?
And therefore, it's only fair that the black people sit in the back of the bus while the white people sit in the bus.
But she wasn't sitting down, she was standing.
Well, ask with this driver.
Like, what's wrong with that? What?
No,
What's wrong with that though? The law says she
First of
can't
all,
sit in
you're
the
back.
front.
First of all, you're back and wrong.
Yeah, but still, she was sitting down.
The white people, they're not baby.
Now look at
They should be set. No, they have to be segregated. It's by law.
The Jim Crow law states black people have to be in the back of the bus. The white person was in the back of the bus. The Jim Crow law doesn't state.
Where does it say? Text evidence, right now.
You want text evidence? Okay, where's my phone? There's text evidence. I'll text it for you.
Use that technology.
Hold up, I need a moment to text them.
How do you get a search on stuff yesterday?
Okay, you know what? Thank you, Fred.
Why'd you help?
Background.
Haley,
Text evidence. Text.
Read it out loud.
Haley was endangering
Why
the
are you
child
eating?
because he was risking the life, and also the bus driver.
Yes, that's right.
During the civil rights era. Civil rights era, not now. So don't be racist. Laws requiring African American travelers to sit in the back of the buses became the focus of organized protests.
And
No, I'm saying that Haley was sitting in the white row. You said that she wasn't.
Where was she sitting in the white row?
Right here, paragraph 12, okay? I opened my eyes to the sound of new people rushing past my aisle seat and looked up to see a colored woman holding a large sleeping baby with the heaviness of sleep. His arms so tight around her neck, seemed to blah 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 blah.
Haley
We're
wasn't
jumping
even
to like the details
there.
of the baby right there. I looked around and I noticed that I was in the last white row.
Exactly! That was before she held the baby!
Well, you're not allowed to do that.
Did you say that she's getting out of her seat to carry the baby then? Because you're saying that's before she carried the baby. And the text has no evidence saying that she moved out of her seat at all.
This means white ones have to touch the seat, and hers is white, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's completely fine for her to be there. But it's not fine for her to hold the baby.
Who said?
But she even asked for the baby. She even asked for it. It says right here, look.
That's against the law.
Yeah, but still, she even asked it. She was like, well, at least give me
What
the
law
baby.
is it that it's against for a white person to hold a black person's baby?
No.
What law?
The Jim Crow law says that the black baby cannot cross the white border, okay?
So how are they showing up any less?
They can't cross the white border when they're seated.
What
When they're being
entrance?
seated and
What
when the bus is in motion.
Oh.
But was the baby sitting though?
She
The baby
can't
was not
He
sitting
crossed
on the
the
seat.
border.
The white
crossed the
woman
border.
was sitting on the seat.
The baby crossed the border. Okay?
How did the baby cross the border, huh? How?
By the
Is there a
mother.
tunnel?
But
Is there a wall? What?
I'm gonna use your board for a second. See, this is blocks. Okay.
First of all, lines are supposed to be straight. You can't even get that right.
Okay.
Are you saying everyone should be straight?
This is baby. Okay.
I'm saying lines should be straight.
This is where the baby went.
How did baby do that? It's floating now? Did she like frisbee the baby across the bus? Like how? How?
The mom handed it over to her. You can't do that.
Where's the hands, huh? Where's the hands? What's this?
No, she threw her hands.
You want me to throw my hands?
Alright, let's go to our point.
Alright.
But you know, we're wasting too much time for Miss Vasey. Yeah, we're wasting too much of Miss Vasey's precious time. Okay. So, our second point is that Haley is endangered the child and mother as they risk their lives in the future, whilst in the white people's row of the bus. By staying in those rows, the woman and child could have been arrested for breaking the laws.
Once again, which laws
Jim
state
Crow.
that she cannot hold a black baby?
I just said it.
Baby is an African
Alright,
American.
we're not saying
And so
that it's wrong for her to hold the baby. We're saying it's illegal for the baby to cross the border, which he did.
No, it's illegal for any black citizen to be sitting in a white area.
Can't they be standing in the white area? That's also illegal.
The general law only said that it would be illegal if they were sitting in the white row. But no, was the African American mother sitting? No, she was standing up.
But she was in the black section.
We're talking about the baby,
She was in the
okay?
black section.
As
Talking about the baby, not the
if
mother.
the baby was caught by the police and the police arrested them, right?
What, they're gonna arrest
No.
the baby?
No, no.
Okay, who has handcuffs for that small size? Like,
No, they see the baby, right? In the arms of Haley. They probably could have came up to Haley, be like, "Madam, we need to arrest you. Come with me." But then they probably would have taken the African American baby also. The mother would be like, "No, that's my baby. Now come back here."
but did that happen? No.
We're saying that could happen as she was endangering the child.
It didn't.
That's what we're
She
saying.
was
She
not
endangered the
endangering
child.
the child. She was standing up for her beliefs.
She's still endangering the child.
When the white
Standing up for her
man,
beliefs,
paragraph
But she's
14,
endangering it.
addressed lady, I wouldn't have touched that thing with a meter.
Okay, and that was their beliefs. Does that mean that he did that? Does that mean that he hurt the baby? No. Does that mean no? That just shows that he wouldn't have laid a hand on that baby. So that shows nobody would try to touch the baby.
You sure nobody? How about the mother?
Sorry.
Alright, that gets to our another point, okay? Wait, you wanna say it?
Alright.
I'm sorry, Vincent. Not sorry to you guys.
Or on this one?
No, alright. We're just trying to say that there is the potential for the baby to get harmed. We're just trying to say that. Okay? We're not saying that it did happen. We're just saying there's the potential for it.
Yeah. Alright.
But
And it
isn't
also
there a
brings-
potential
It also
in
brings
being
us to our
harmed
next
every day
point.
with everything? There's always a potential in
Wait, Vasey,
everything.
can I out loud her?
But you shouldn't take risks for babies.
Hi, next class. I think they heard us too much already, Miss Vasey.
Yeah, I can get louder.
Okay. So it gets to our next point, right? Haley is also bringing the white society to a shame as she touched that despicable black baby, okay? It shows that
What
the
did the
white
baby
people
do
can
to be
sympathetic
despicable?
to the African-
What did the
It's a
baby
symbol.
do to be despicable?
It's a symbol.
It was
What
black.
symbol?
It's a symbol. It shows how white people can be sympathetic to African American. It's a shame right there.
Okay, but it's not a shame is right, which is protecting the baby.
But affect,
She's holding the baby.
it
How's she
reflects
protecting
That's
upon
not
the entire
a
white
shame.
society. It reflects upon the entire white society. The white society at the time, did they really want to touch black people? Did they want to interact with black people? Did they want to? Why did they have a segregation between blacks and whites? See this? See, look, blacks, whites, invisible border, okay? Why was there that then, huh? She represents that white society.
That's what they believed in back there. That was what they
So
were
you're supporting
raised
our
to
side.
see.
You're supporting
No.
our side.
No.
Saying that.
Vincent's hiding behind his book.
Why is everybody recording us?
I want you to yell back.
He doesn't want to be.
Yell on me.
Oh, you guys stop recording.
It's just that she knew it was immoral to have this separation if they didn't do anything wrong. If they didn't commit any other crimes than just be themselves. Can you change your own skin color? No. You were born that way. So why should you be held against it?
Alright. We're going, alright, so you claimed that Paley was protecting the baby, right? But as you said earlier, no one would touch it.
Yeah.
Which is
She
why
was
white
protecting
people
the baby
wouldn't
because-
even. White people at the time.
Yeah, but we're
did not
focused
even
on
want
her.
to-
We're not focused on the other people. We're
We're
focused on
saying how
her.
Paley reflected the actions of the white people. She's white, so she reflects the people of white color.
But that doesn't
And
matter.
I'm
It doesn't
Asian.
sound
Do
like
I
she
reflect
cared.
the
Matters.
things that Asian people do? Huh?
Kind of do. Because they're Asian, so like whatever you do as Asian kind of reflects upon Asian society, but it depends on also.
I mean, we're in America, though, not Asia, so like.
Exactly. We're in America.
Yeah, we're in
Why?
America. At the time of America, in the 1960s, whites and blacks were not equal on any term. No scale, nothing. This is white, this is black.
Exactly, that's why they shouldn't have stayed together. That's why the baby shouldn't have been in her arms. The baby wasn't worthy of it.
What did the baby do for you to be so angry at the baby? The baby legit it's just born, okay? Did the baby commit a crime? Did it sin? Did it do something bad to you?
I don't know
What
personally.
what did the baby do to deserve this hatred?
It's black.
Okay, and you're Asian.
But you're missing the entire point. Whites are greater than black. Oh, black coming over here is too symbolic, too. I can't even find the word for it.
Too
Too
goofy?
disgraceful.
Too disgraceful, yeah, too shameful.
It's too disgraceful to the white society that they could even lend a helping hand to the black people. Okay?
Vincent, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Well, paleo would also bring white society to a shame, as it showed they could easily be sympathetic to the African American people and even show signs of treating them as equals, and now it upset it, so that's like endangering everyone.
How is it endangering everyone? And who is everyone?
It's Vincent, don't be so.
Oh yeah.
Because,
Let's go, Vincent. I trust you. Let's go.
because everybody, well, many people, they could protest just like what Martin Luther King did.
He backs up.
You wanna go home? Okay, ignore what Vasey said, okay? I'll provide evidence for our point. In paragraph 12, it states that she seemed so tired and I had been sitting and sitting for a day and a half at least. Not thinking or maybe refusing to think, I offered her my seat. Paragraph 15, then I held that boy a little tighter, kissed his curly head, pressed him even closer so that he began to squirm. These two paragraphs show that Paley, a white woman, would show any form of sympathy for the African Americans. Consequently, it reflects the entirety of white society becoming weak. Miss Vasey, please.
Is it weak
Miss
to
Vasey,
be?
are you really tallying up how many races? Really? Hey, wait. So the more racist things we say, the more we fit our part.
You win.
Wait, but it's the more we fit our
That just
part.
means you're racist.
But it's the more we fit our
Do you need a poster board?
We're fitting our white society people.
Kalea,
We're
do
like
you have
white
something
now?
else you would like to say?
Since when were you
for
white?
Louise?
For this now.
For this debate.
Kalea's got something.
Do you mind repeating what you said?
mind reading what I said?
No, but bro, like, wait, what do you mean by reading what part?
Okay.
Which part did you want us to repeat?
So it's
Rejection, she took my stuff.
Wait, is that fair now, Miss Vasey?
basically the white society.
Well, Eric didn't want to repeat him.
Exactly. He said, "Do you mind reading it?" So I did read it.
I didn't say
Do you mind me reading it?
I
Huh?
for that.
Huh?
Contact. Okay.
Stop
Yeah,
destroying my
science
property.
girl.
Okay. So what part did you want us to repeat?
About the weak white people.
Okay. The entire thing.
Just give her a little.
Okay, so you want the close of it or not? Okay. Paragraph 12, she seemed so tired and I had been sitting and sitting for a day and a half at least. Not thinking or maybe refusing to think, I offered her my seat. Paragraph 15. Then I held that boy a little tighter, kissed his curly head, and pressed him even closer to that he began to squirm. The two paragraphs showed that Paley, a white woman, would dare show any form of sympathy for the African Americans. Consequently, it reflects the entirety of the white society becoming weak.
I don't see what was wrong with that. She was just standing up for her beliefs. What was wrong with holding a
What was
baby?
that thing that he's talked about? How the white guy said I would not lay a hand on him? Okay. So as Vincent said in paragraph 14, was it? I can't even read it right, sorry. I really can't. Wait, can you say the quote for me actually?
Oh, in a loud voice he addressed me, "Lady, I wouldn't have touched that thing with a meat hook."
Okay. You see that, right? So that white guy was a part of society, of a white society. Paley was a white woman. A Jewish white woman, in fact. A part of society also. Okay? Okay? Okay. So, where was that? Jewish white woman, right?
Yeah, Jewish word.
Okay. So as a Jewish white woman, okay? You have one that wants his ideals. There's another one that wants her ideals. But the thing is, white people, whatever her ideals is, would reflect upon the white people, is what we're trying to say. So as a result of this, she's like
representing.
Some white people like it.
But not the whole.
Not the whole like that side either.
I have a question
Wait,
for
which
you.
side are you
I
pointing
have a
at?
question for you. Does everybody like the same thing? Does everybody believe in the same thing? Is everybody the same person?
No.
So how can the whole believe in all one thing? How?
Yeah, but the majority does.
Yeah, the majority does.
That doesn't make it right.
But
Just because it's unright doesn't mean.
Unright.
Hold on.
It's
Just 'cause
unright.
it's not right. Jim Crow law, basically. Right?
you should still follow the laws.
You should still follow the laws, even if they weren't right. Even if the laws are so unjust, you still have to follow them because that's. Hold on, wait. This unjust law is still used in society today because people have accepted this law and used, or not.
Accepted it?
Yeah, people have accepted the law at that time.
New word.
They have accepted it.
Accepted.
Accepted?
Yes.
Oh, oops. Okay.
Accepted.
They have accepted this law and are used to it as it's been accepted into their culture and tradition as white people
So are you saying,
and black people.
as long as it is a law, we should always follow it? As long as it's a law, no matter what, how much it goes against your morals, you should still follow it. You shouldn't try anything new. New word. You shouldn't try to redo the wrongs of the past. You shouldn't try to change the laws for the better.
But it's tradition, okay? Tradition, meaning that the white people and the black people all were used to it. Okay?
Traditions are not always meant to stay the same. They change over time.
Not everyone follows it. There's still other people that still have other problems. Don't follow it.
So you're basically saying she should break the law.
Wait, so are you saying she should change the law? No, she should change it, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Then what about unjust laws of today, right now?
Then we should do something to change it.
Okay?
But it's not being changed.
Okay.
Well then, because nobody's doing anything to change it.
We have an exact example of which law is unjust as today. The defamation law, okay? It talks about how people accused of slander can be fined in government. This unjust law is still used in society today because people accept it and they're used to it already.
Can you explain that example?
You just said it.
Can you explain it?
Alright, so let's say someone on social media talks something slanderous about another person, right? Or like a company or something.
Those bad things that aren't true.
Yeah, like, or maybe they're not saying exactly slander. Maybe they're being accused of saying slander, according to the company, right? The company can just fine them for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an unjust law right there. Because
How is it unjust?
What if the person, no, I'm saying accused. What if they're being accused of it when they're really just saying something so vaguely that isn't exactly slander? Because this defamation law doesn't exactly talk about how the extent of
what they say.
like, which is considered slander, basically.
Is there evidence that there is slander? And if there is, then
I'm going to my phone right
just
now and
use
pulling up that.
do the law.
I don't have
It's-
time for that, you have 2 minutes.
As long as you're accused, basically you're fine.
Same as Vasey uses a
Then don't do anything that may look like it.
Well, what if to you it didn't seem like it, but then to them, you know, they just say it. They just accuse you of it, even though to you, like, it wasn't meant to be slanderous at all. It's an unjust law. What if you were doing nothing wrong, but then they accuse you of doing something
Define
wrong?
nothing, because I know to you nothing is pretty bad.
Okay.
Really bad.
Like, what if they're just like talking about a past event, but then the company didn't like them talking about it, and then they accuse them of slander? They can be fined.
Is it a past event that they made up, or is it a past event that happened?
It can be a past event that the company wants to keep a secret, that they want to, you know, bury it.
That's not really how that works.
Exactly.
I'm calling it.
Yes.
Miss Vasey, I think I have a stroke right now.
There's 23 unacceptable.
Seriously?
I'm sorry, Miss Vasey, but we're just fitting the part. Did you not want us to fit the part or something? Like, that would just weaken our claim.
No, but you guys are good.
That would just weaken our claim, though. Like, if you don't want us to fit the part, we could have talked about, like, so formally about blacks and whites. Like, did you not want us to fit the part like that?
Should we vote?
Yeah.
Oh, you first vote.
Hey, you don't want to
I feel like there might be a little bias.
Unanimous.
Miss Vasey, you know it is very biased.
You know
No,
We gotta do that now.
Lauren.
Who wants to call it a tie?
Wait, Lauren.
No.
Vincent.
Who thinks that Vincent's group won?
Hey!
Yeah!
With the racism. You guys did really good too, though. It's close.
Because I'm Mexican, that's what
Good
you're
job.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be that
About this question and
No.
Sorry, we just really have to fit this
I got a high score.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, we're talking about that. I'm not talking about
Oh, this is a baby! This is a baby! That's a baby!